Welcome to the deep dive. Ever wondered how brands are creating those surprisingly lifelike influencer videos you're seeing pop up everywhere?
hmm
Well, today we're digging into Winston Trim's TopView AI tutorial to see exactly how it works.
Yeah, should be interesting.
If you're looking to understand how AI can maybe streamline your marketing videos, but, without getting totally lost in the tech talk, this is definitely for you.
Right. And our mission today really is to pull out the most important bits from this tutorial. We want to show you how TopView.ai makes video production simpler and gets those really quite realistic
To
results.
think of as a shortcut.
Exactly, a shortcut to understanding this new tech.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we all know traditional video shoots. I mean, the costs, the hassle, sets, finding models, the logistics, it adds up fast.
Oh, yeah.
TopView.ai kind of offers a way around all that.
Yeah,
And the realism now it's pretty impressive.
it really is.
We're talking subtle things like small facial expressions, natural hand gestures. It's getting good. Okay, so let's unpack it. Where do you actually start?
Okay, so the very first thing, like the tutorial points out, is you just navigate to the TopView.ai website.
Right, okay. Step one, just type it into your browser. Simple enough.
Wow.
But why start there? Why is that the key?
Well, because that website is basically the command center. It's where everything happens.
Okay.
You bring your product images, the AI avatars, the script.
Yeah.
It all comes together right there. It's the platform for the whole AI video process.
Got it. The central hub. So you're on the site. What's next? Is it complicated to get in?
No, it seems pretty user-friendly, actually. You either log in if you've got an account already or you sign up if you're new.
Okay.
The tutorial mentions it's, a standard process,
Yeah.
email, password. Pretty straightforward to get started.
All right, so you're in. Now, the main event, how do you actually get that AI influencer, the face, onto the screen?
Right, that's the avatar part. And TopView.ai gives you quite a bit of flexibility here. Okay.
You can choose from their library. They have a bunch of pre-existing avatars.
Hmm.
Or, and this is interesting, you can upload an image to create a totally custom one.
That makes sense. I mean, this avatar is effectively representing your product, right? So you want it to resonate with your target audience and, fit your brand's whole vibe.
Precisely. It's like casting. If you use one of their pre-made ones, you'll see they're often sorted by, like, gender, age range, ethnicity, style.
Hmm.
The tutorial suggests really thinking about your ideal customer. Would they connect better with someone who seems really friendly and energetic, or maybe more sophisticated and calm? It's about matching that avatar personality.
Definitely. Getting the right face for the job. But what if you need something really specific, like your brand's look?
And that's where the custom avatar option is really useful. You upload a photo, basically create a digital version of someone specific.
Okay.
But the tutorial stresses, for this to work well, you really need a high-quality photo. Think like a professional headshot. What makes a photo high quality for this purpose?
Good question. The main things are good lighting, make sure the face is clear, and ideally a pretty plain, simple background.
Right.
And crucially, the person in the photo should have a neutral expression. Not smiling, not frowning, just neutral.
Why neutral?
Because that neutral base lets the AI overlay different emotions much more realistically later on. You get more range. It really lets you build a unique brand face.
Okay. Got the avatar sorted.
Yeah.
Now they need something to talk about, something to actually show. So next is uploading product pictures and the script.
Exactly. This is where you showcase what you're selling and deliver that key message. So yeah, you upload your product visuals and you provide the script for the avatar to speak.
Right. Good visuals are obviously key. What kind of product shots work best here? Any specific advice?
Yeah, the tutorial recommends having a bit of variety. Definitely include some close-ups, show those important details, maybe some shots of the product actually being used, in context, and images that highlight the main features or benefits. Basically, think about what you'd want to see if you were holding the product yourself.
That's a good way to frame it.
Huh.
Okay, visuals sorted. Now the script. Writing good copy can be tough sometimes.
It can be, and that's where TopView.ai has a pretty neat feature, actually, script generation.
Oh.
Yeah, you can input things like keywords related to your product, who you're trying to reach, what outcome you want from the video, and the AI can help draft a script for you.
Whoa, okay. That sounds like it could save a lot of time for people.
It really could, but whether you use the AI writer or bring your own script, the tutorial emphasizes a few key things.
Like what?
Keep it clear, keep it concise. Focus hard on the benefits for the customer, not just features, but what's in it for them.
Makes sense.
And, super important, Always have a clear call to action. Tell people exactly what to do next. Click the link, shop now, learn more, whatever it is.
Yeah, you got to guide them. They even gave that example, right? Targeting women, 25, 45, skincare, talking about reducing lines, hydration. Shows how specific you can get.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have the avatar, the product pics, the script. What's the trick to making it look like the AI is actually, interacting with the product? How do you make that believable?
Yeah, this is a really critical step for realism. It's about positioning the product image so it looks like the avatar is genuinely holding it.
Okay.
You use the interface, you drag the product image, adjust its size and rotation so it fits naturally with the avatar's hands or posture.
Why is that little detail so important? Does it really matter that much?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those things that if it's wrong, it just shatters the illusion immediately.
Right.
If the product looks like it's just floating there or stuck on awkwardly, it screams fake.
Yeah.
Getting that positioning right makes the whole interaction feel much more authentic. It's subtle but vital.
So how do you actually do that in TopView.ai? Is it fiddly?
The tutorial describes it as a visual editor. You basically click and drag the product picture around.
Okay.
You can make it bigger or smaller, spin it around, place it exactly where it needs to be relative to the avatar's body. The main thing is just avoid anything weird, like covering the avatar's face or having it held at an impossible angle.
Right. Mimic how a real person might hold it.
Precisely. Aim for that seamless integration. They showed that example of the avatar holding a water bottle, kind of bringing it up to eye level, gesturing. That helps visualize it.
Yeah, it does. Okay, positioned perfectly. Avatar looks like they're holding the product.
Yeah.
Then what? Hit the big go button.
Pretty much. You hit generate.
Yeah.
And that's when the platform takes all your inputs, the avatar, the visuals, the script, the positioning, and puts them all together to create the actual video file.
The magic moment.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But it's not quite the final step. The next really important stage is previewing what it generated and then refining it, polishing it up.
Okay, preview. What are you looking for specifically when you watch that first draft?
Good question. The tutorial gives a handy checklist, actually. First, check the avatar's expressions and hand gestures. Do they actually match the script's tone? If it's an exciting part, do they look excited? Then look closely at that product placement again. Does it stay looking natural throughout the whole video? Does it move correctly if the avatar's hands move?
Right, consistency.
Exactly. Then, this is a big one, lip sync. Are the mouth movements accurately synced up with the audio track?
Crucial.
Very. And finally, just watch the overall flow. Does it feel smooth? Is the pacing right? Not too fast, not too slow.
That's a solid checklist. What if, say, the lip sync is slightly off or you want a different background tune? Can you tweak things?
Yeah, usually. TopView.ai typically provides editing tools after that initial generation, so you might be able to add or change background music, put text overlays on the screen like your website URL or discount code.
Yeah.
You might be able to fine-tune the avatar's expressions a bit, or even nudge that product placement if it wasn't quite perfect. These are the tools that let you add that final layer of polish and branding. Add some upbeat music, maybe that website URL pops up at the end.
It really sounds like they've thought through the whole workflow from start to finish for these AI videos.
It seems so. As Winston Trim emphasizes in the tutorial, the core advantage is creating this pretty authentic-looking promotional content, but way more efficiently and cost-effectively than the old ways.
Yeah.
Bypassing all those traditional production headaches, the platform aims to be intuitive, and honestly, with how fast AI realism is improving, the results can be genuinely impressive.
He also gives that shout out to the AI Ad Academy for deeper strategy insights. Good tip for people wanting to learn more. So wrapping up this deep dive on the tutorial, what's the biggest thing that stands out to you?
For me, it's really the accessibility. Platforms like TopView.ai are democratizing video creation in a way, making high-quality, engaging video content, which used to require significant budget and time, much more achievable for, smaller businesses or even individuals. That combination of increasing realism and user-friendly tools, it feels like a bit of a game changer.
I agree. It definitely feels like it's opening doors for creativity.
Yeah.
Well, that about does it for our deep dive today, but here's a little something to mull over. What product are you most excited to imagine promoting using an AI influencer video? Definitely food for thought, considering where this tech is heading. Thanks for joining us.